Hey guys, Nicole Cooper here for another episode of our Six-Figure Entrepreneur Show, where we come to you and share with you stories about amazing people with amazing backgrounds who made a decision to partner up with the home-based business industry and with our company in particular to position themselves to create six figures as an entrepreneur. In today's show, I'm so excited because we have a broadcasting sensation who has been all over, meeting all kinds of celebrities and just very well connected and plugged in throughout the industry, who has made a decision to partner up with our company, Total Life Changes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to introduce to you Miss Eileen Collier. Hey, gorgeous.
Hey, good morning to you, Nicole. How's everything happening?
Oh, it's exciting. Look, I'm looking at you glow over there, and I'm inspired. You are looking ravishing this morning, my dear.
Hey, I'm just living life, and enjoying every minute of it.
I'm excited. So today I want to kind of introduce everybody and just kind of give them a little bit of your background about all these amazing things you've accomplished. I see all your pictures all over the place with all these awesome celebrities. Some not even here with us. I saw the one with Luther yesterday. Like, wow, this is a classic. So why don't you tell the audience a little bit about your background and what it is that you've accomplished in this amazing life you've lived thus far?
All right. Well, I started in TV news. I spent 3 years in the newsroom, and I'm so nosy that I will never just stop at doing one thing. I was hired to be the person to put up all the graphics on the news, but I ended up editing, shooting video with a big camera, writing stories, and producing. I learned everything about the newsroom, but I found that I really didn't like hard news. So I left, went to corporate America, and I was in human resources and dealing with benefits and stuff for a while, but it was something that was just tugging at me, and that was my love for broadcasting. I have my degree in broadcasting, communications, TV, and broadcasting, and so I found myself trying to get into radio, which I did. Funny story how I got into radio. I knew that there was a position open, and I sent my tape and my resume to the program director, and he would not call me back. I'd leave him messages. He would not call me back. So I called him on the request line and said, listen, I know that you are on the air, but I just wanted you to know that you have my resume and my tape on your desk, and I just want to know when can I come in for an interview. And he started laughing. He was like, who is this? I said, oh, sorry. This is Eileen Nathaniel at the time. This is Eileen Nathaniel. Just want to know when I could come in for my interview. He said, well, okay, come in tomorrow at 9. I said, ooh, I'm working a full-time job. I can't come in at 9. How about 12? He said, all right, lady, come on in at 12. So I came in, and he put me on the air for a trial run. He said for 2 days. Entire week. Free. I didn't get paid. Free. And I called him. I said, I can't keep coming up here for free. You going to hire me, or what you going to do? And I know he probably said, this lady is crazy. All right, come on in. So I was hired part-time. Then maybe like 2 weeks into that, they made me full-time. And that was 20 years ago. I've been in radio now for 20 years, worked my way up from part-time to become a program director and on-air personality for several stations in the market. Not only was I program director for one station, which was the urban AC station in this Memphis market, but that station ended up being the #1 rated station for urban adult contemporary in the United States. I was very excited about that, and we held that position for 3 years. Also, I was a program director for our gospel station, and in that 20-year time, I won several awards. Won a couple of awards for the Stellar Awards for the station as Best Large Market Radio Station. I earned a lot of awards for programming, and I have met so many celebrities and people behind the scenes in the music industry over the years. It's been an amazing career. I've loved every minute of it. It's a whole lot more than just running your mouth on the air, like people think. It's a lot more behind the scenes, administratively. And, you know, when I was in college, I thought I was running away from math because I didn't have to do a whole lot of math in college. Who knew I was going to have to do algebra in radio? But you know, it's been a wonderful career, and I wouldn't give anything for it.
And, you know, it's amazing. It just even in listening to that story. Now I was in broadcasting too, so the irony of that. And I did radio, television, and news. Went through the same process. Worked in a newsroom, and was like, nah, this is too depressing. But to see your tenacity and your drive, right? And I think that sets a standard about life, because I know a lot of people are watching this and they're inspired to hear your story, but most people don't think to have to go above and beyond what they call the extra mile to get on the phone. And was he live on air, or was it?
Well, it was during the song. I didn't know what he was doing on the air. I just knew I needed to get in touch with him because he was not returning my phone calls. So I just called the request line until he picked up.
I love it. I love it. And that tenacity and that drive. So here you are, you've gone through a 20-year broadcasting career. What made you want to make the shift? I mean, I know you and I have spent some time together. Even before you said you were going to make the shift, you were talking about you felt that change coming along. What made you say, I'm ready to make the shift into entrepreneurship?
Well, I knew a lot of things was changing in the radio and records industry. Radio stations were downsizing with the advancement of technology. Fewer people were doing more jobs, and a lot of people were getting cut, downsized. So, you know, my thought was, I want to leave a legacy for my children. There were things that my husband and I talked about that we wanted to do. We wanted to build a lot of things that we wanted to do, and just working our 9-to-5 was not going to be enough for us to make that happen. My husband had a great full-time job. I had a great full-time job, but it was like, okay, what else? Because, you know, once you get comfortable with getting that regular paycheck, you kind of build your life around that paycheck. It's like, what else do you have? How much room do you have to build anything with? And when you have kids, you really don't have a whole lot left after your regular paycheck. So I started thinking, what else can I do? And my husband has an entrepreneurial spirit, which just kind of energized and grew that spirit within me. And we just started looking for different things that we could do, things that we could build on our own, that we could possibly, you know, take it to that next level. And it was so good that I was looking for that. Like at the beginning of last year, I always wanted to be a professional speaker. So the beginning of last year, I started doing some homework and Googling speakers, and I just so ended up I connected with some of the top speakers in the country that I became an apprentice of one of them last year, and just following people, just looking at how they speak and catching the nuance and studying them. Studying you, Nicole, because you were a friend in my head a long time before I even had a chance to have a conversation with you. And just seeing how you guys did it, it inspired me to, you know, try to do my own thing as well.
I love it. And so recently, you know, you had this opportunity of total life changes coming across your lap. Yeah. What did you look into it, and what made you say yes?
I started seeing this skin tea, and people talking about this tea started towards the end of last year. And people came to me, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. Because I had been in network marketing before and made a little money, but it really didn't pan out to me, or for me, should I say. And I said, I'm not going to do it, not going to do it. Somebody else came to me a couple of months later. Eileen, have you heard about that tea? Yeah. And, you know, and what else? As I said, none of this stuff ever works for me. I've tried all these lose weight quick stuff. this weight on my body said, I'm not leaving. So I tried it. I tried the tea this time, and it worked a little bit. I said, okay. And then some lady reached out to me, who shall remain nameless, hit me
I
up.
wonder who that is.
Yeah, I wonder who that is. But she said, come on, Eileen, this may be something that you really need to look into. And actually, when this lady, Nicole, called me, my eyes kind of glazed over again. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to really do it. But then it was just, what is meant to be is just meant to be. And, things just started happening that proved to me that I needed to go ahead and make this step. It was just signs all over the place. And, of course, anything that I do, I have to pray before it. I have to make sure that I'm in line with God's purpose for my life, because everything is already ordained by God. No matter what it is, you are not making anything happen on your own. So I just had to make sure that I'm hearing the right thing, and I said, okay, let's go ahead and just go for it. Even if I just started a little bit, just to kind of tip my toe in it, get my feet wet, see if this is really what I want to do. I got in it and said, let me just buy some tea. And then I saw all of the rest of the products that was in there, and I said, this is really some good stuff. I have a sister that is really big in organics and the herbs and everything, grows her own stuff in the backyard. So I sent it to her, and I said, check this out, and you tell me if this is good or not. She started reading the ingredients. She called me back. She said, Lane, there's some good stuff right here. I need to order some. So wow. If you got her stamp of approval, I'm in.
I love it. I love it. So, as you think about this decision, and since you've been in, I know you're fairly new, right? All of us have pretty much made this transition. What do you feel so far about making this decision? What has it done for you, not just in the business sense, but personally? Like, how is this supporting your goals?
It's allowing me to branch out a little bit more. When I transitioned from radio, I kind of went into a shell. I knew that I had the celebrity, the status, and everything, but I really wasn't leaving out of the house much, more than to just take my daughter to school and going to church. Wasn't going to events like I used to. I'm just trying to build everything here in this office, and I became stagnant. I just found myself not really wanting to get up and, glam it up, and my husband was like, okay, you just really getting comfortable around here. And so, now this allows me to get up and actually start talking to people a little bit more. I'm learning more about myself, because in this transition time, I think I needed that time to learn more about me. So now that I have learned more about my strengths, my weaknesses, some things about me, the person, and not the personality, that this is allowing me to build upon that and just kind of bring me back out, along with getting healthier, because, I had just kind of taken a back seat on the health thing. So
yeah. So what would you say? I know a lot of times we often reference the network marketing industry as a personal development business with a compensation plan.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that this has, and it is, I know we're fairly new and growing and things like that, but do you feel like it's positioning you to grow personally?
I think it is. Yes, and I believe that it is, because I have leadership abilities, and I've proven it on my jobs in the past. I would always think, so what do these people see in me that I have just really conned these people into thinking I can do this thing. So if everybody sees it in you, then it must be something there, and that I had to tap into and really see from their perspective what they see in me. So now it is forcing me to reach out to people that I really don't know, really didn't have a relationship with, people that I didn't have to be associated with, and be able to lead them directly and effectively. So in that, I think it's growing me up.
Awesome. So what would you say is the benefit of partnering up with our group with the CEO Tribe? You know, a lot of people have been asking me what the CEO Tribe is all about, and for those of you watching, it's called Creating Entrepreneurs and Opportunities. So what would you say is the benefit of our community that we have developed within the company?
First and above all is the interaction and the training. I've been in a couple of other network marketing companies, and I have never had the in-depth training as I'm getting now, and the communication with the leaders as I am now. That has never been done. You always have the contact with that person that brought you in, but never with the people that are making the big bucks. You know what I mean? And just to have someone there to hold you accountable for what you're doing and to call you on it so that you won't fall into the cracks of the system, it's awesome. So this whole CEO Tribe is really cool because it is a tribe. And on our Facebook page, see folks that don't even know you reaching out saying, hey, helping you with this. I've had inboxes from people in the tribe saying connecting, what do you do? Oh, that's cool, I do that too. So you're creating relationships within the tribe of like-minded people, which we all need that interaction with people that think like us, have similar goals as us. So this is a totally unique experience within this group, and I thank you for that vision that you have.
Awesome. Thank you, Eileen. So let me ask you, because you talked about leadership, and you talked about you being a leader, and oftentimes people see these things in you that you begin to discover about yourself. What is your vision as a leader? Because I know you have a heart for people. I know you have a heart to inspire, impact. You're an amazing speaker. And that's just something that's been really driving you to get out here, is to touch, inspire, and impact and transform lives. So what is your vision for the people that you are working with or will be wanting to work with you? What is your vision to help people along in their process as entrepreneurs?
I want them to be mentally tough. I want them to actually make some steps for their life, because a lot of people don't really know what it is that they don't know. So just to lend that information to them, to have them to really benefit from my experiences, and to help them to build upon the natural abilities that they already have, which a lot of people don't really realize what they have in them. So to be able to pour into them and bring out the assets that they already have, that is what I want to do with my team, is to just really inspire them to reach the greatness that's going on.
I love it. I love it. So as we get ready to wrap up, let's talk about the freedom. You've gone from being in the broadcasting industry when you got up at the crack of dawn, because you hosted the morning show, right? I think you started. Were you in the studio by 4 in the morning?
No, I had to get up about 4. So the show started at 6. So I needed to be there before 6 o'clock and getting everything all prepped. Yeah.
You hosting the radio show in the morning, but now you get the chance to sleep in when you desire. But as entrepreneurs, we do work crazy hours. But what does it feel to have this freedom? Because I know a lot of people watching, a lot of times they feel stuck. And they feel like you said, we get so addicted to this every 2-week paycheck, and we build our lives around it. And so it makes people very scared to step out to explore something new because they don't want to leave that safety net. So what would be your advice or insight about this transition and the freedoms that it's given you and just the difference in control over your life?
Ain't nothing like freedom. And I know that is so grammatically incorrect, but I'm telling you, being free and being your own boss, doing things on your own time is just, it's wonderful. I can hardly describe it, really. But, you know, a lot of people are mad about getting up and going to work. Life is way too short for you to be annoyed and frustrated and angry and all of that. Why even go through all of that? If there's opportunities that present themselves that you could go ahead and take advantage of, why not take advantage of it while you still have that job? A lot of people just don't know how to make that transition, but it's available to us. And then what I've also found is that with network marketing and internet marketing, all of it, just building a business, is that people want everything to come to them. And they want it to be, whoa, and you're making the money. But it doesn't happen like that. Anything that's worth having is worth putting a little work into it. Everybody that I've listened to, all of the entrepreneurs, all of the millionaires, people that really have made it and have success stories tell you how hard it was in the beginning. You have to put in the work, and the time, and the effort. And you may not have the social life that you once had because you're putting it towards the business. You may not be able to watch all the TV shows that you want to DVR and watch them later. But you have to put in that work to build that foundation. Because nobody wants to build a house on sand. It's going to slip away. So you have to make sure that foundation is there. Well, go ahead and just start building it. Working on your business right now. I guarantee you later on, you're going to feel so good. Just kind of lay out and do what you want to do.
Well, let's talk about that really quickly. I know we need to wrap. I don't want to go too long, but I know a lot of people are afraid of working on their own dream. I think a lot of us are very comfortable with working day in and day out. You know, they say 80% of our lives are working a job, because from traffic to sitting in the office all day to, or wherever you are, to your lunch hours being spent there. I mean, it's 80% of your life is consumed by what you do. But all of a sudden, I see that people are afraid to make the shift to give that same level of effort for themselves. So what would your advice be to people who they work freely for someone else because in their mind they're getting a paycheck, versus setting sail out into it? It is the unknown when you explore it on your own, but you're pursuing your dreams and your vision, and you're putting that effort into you and your future. What advice would you give to people who are battling with the ability to invest that kind of time in themselves as they do on a job?
Consider yourself as an independent contractor, and you are contracting yourself out to your company, your job, every day. And it's a mindset shift. And we have not really been challenged enough to think on that level. And that's why it's so hard for us to make that shift into entrepreneurship. But if you think of yourself as a contract player, independent contractor, and you are contracting your services out to your company, then you're getting paid X amount an hour. Just kind of look at that. That is, you are your own business. So I tell people, start looking at yourself as your business. And then just start putting little things into place, because that whole mindset shift, it's a process. It's going to take some time for them to start thinking differently. And, you know, with the people that I talk to, I'm kind of giving them some pointed questions on a regular basis to have them think differently. And then they'll start coming around. But it's not going, just telling somebody you need to do something different, they're never going to do it. They're going to have to really, it's a process. Just like losing weight, it takes a minute. You didn't get that, you know, you didn't get to that point overnight, so it's not going to shift overnight.
I love it. I love it. Well, I know we've gone over our time. We try to keep these in 20 minutes, but I will say, you know, for those of you that are watching and just listening to Eileen speak, you know, and knowing her, personally kind of seen her go through this transition where the last time I was in Memphis spending time with you, you were on the job and talking about things that you really had a vision to do and the things that you wanted to do and the things you were dreaming about doing, to now seeing you step out there and take action and evolve and grow into this powerhouse, but also aligning yourself with other people to help elevate you. Because here's something else that I know that is critical about entrepreneurship, is that you cannot do this by yourself.
You can't.
As an entrepreneur, like you said, you know, it's so easy to get confined in these walls and get very comfortable. And end up, you know, if luckily we have kids, if you are single with no children and no spouse and no distractions to like interrupt your day, I can only imagine what kind of person I would be if I was a single woman. I would be a slave to business, to work, because I'm just such a workaholic. If I didn't have the kids coming out of school at 2 and I got to leave to go get them and them saying, Mommy, can I go play? I would probably, you know, would never see daylight, because we can get so caught up in our patterns, right? But what's really good is about forming relationships and building connections and aligning, and I talk about this as well, collaborating with others. I think a lot of times so many of us feel like our dream is our dream and we don't want anyone to steal it. And so we become so paranoid about connecting with other people because we feel like they're out to get us and it's a competition. And what I've learned is that it's about collaboration. It's about the ability, and that's why I love network marketing so much, is because it's a unified vision that everyone benefits to work and grow together. And especially in our company, with Total Life Changes, the way that it works, you want to help your people win. Because if I win, if you win, everyone wins. And so the ability to teach us as entrepreneurs how to release trying to do it all and figure it all on your own and be okay with saying, hey, I need help, or hey, are you available? I need to talk right now. I need a little insight on some things that I'm thinking about, and I feel like I'm kind of stuck in a place where if you can kind of help me get through this thing. It's the ability to start what I call locking arms with other individuals that will help elevate you to a place where you can finally begin to not just know you have potential, but they help bring out the greatness in you to maximize your potential. And I feel like that's what we have going on here just as a community, as a team. I mean, I just look at you as such a powerhouse and so well accomplished and have so much fire inside of you. I watch your videos. I'm like, she's so fired up. Just that life. You have the voice of life coming out of you.
Thank you.
And it's just an honor. You know, this industry and our business has developed a platform for powerhouses to come together cohesively and create a movement. I don't really call this just an opportunity. I call it a movement because it's teaching so many people little simple principles that can totally shift their lives and their futures. And so as I look at this and I think about the fact that, you know, you and I have been talking about collaborating. We've tried other things that weren't necessarily the best fit, but now we're in this place where even from a standpoint of this video here, being able to go out globally and reach people all over the world who watch this video, and one thing that you said touched them and made them say, wow, you know what, I would really love to get to know Eileen more, and I would really love to be under her leadership. I think we've tapped into something phenomenal here. So what will be, and I think I already had you say closing words, what will be your second, third, or fourth dose of closing words to the people that are watching this video who may be thinking about joining the business and maybe thinking about partnering up with us, and they're on the fence, or they just want to know that, number one, somebody's going to be there to help me, that this can really work for the average everyday person, and that you can really see success. What would be your closing words?
Stop sitting on the sideline and get into the game. Because we can overthink ourselves to death. Just stop thinking about it. If you like it and you want to do it, if it's an inkling of a little something saying, you follow that inkling. And just get in and go to work. We are here. I'm here. We're all here to uplift one another. Timing is everything. Don't you snooze, you lose. No, you know, just come on in and get in this tribe and come on and listen. Just be a decision that you would not regret.
Love it, love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. So here's the deal. If you're watching this video and you're saying, you know what, I've been thinking about this company for a while, and this is not a business presentation. We actually launched this for you to see that we're human beings, we're everyday people with stories and backgrounds similar to yours, who also at one time were spectators. Eileen was watching this tea thing, I was watching this tea thing, saying y'all go on and sell your little tea, y'all go on and talk about whatever you're going to talk about, until we finally realized, you know what, there's something to this. It's changing lives. It's bringing hope to the hopeless. It's helping people fulfill their dreams of financial abundance because they know their job is limited. It's pulling a lot of us out of a dark space where even in your own personal pursuits, you get locked up and become isolated from people and you kind of lose yourself. I was there in that place. You know, it's put us in a place, guys, where lives are truly being transformed. So we do these videos to share with you why we made the decision and how it can totally impact you. So what we would like to encourage you to do is, as you're listening to us here, there will be links below that if you are interested and you love what you heard from Eileen and you want to partner up with Eileen, her information will be below this video. And same thing as well as for myself. But it'll put you in position to be connected to our community and our tribe called the CEO Tribe, where we are all about creating entrepreneurs and opportunities. And it will allow you next time to be on the other side of this screen where either myself or Eileen will be interviewing you and just giving you a chance to share your story. So we want to thank you so much for joining us. We want to encourage you to go ahead and click the link below. You can learn more about our amazing company, our awesome products, and the compensation plan. We have tons of information on that. And you can just reach out. The information will be below if you want to reach out and hop on a call and get more information. So we look forward to hearing from you. We hope that this video has inspired you. And Miss Eileen, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just so excited for you on your journey and just your vision being manifested in our partnership and everything that awaits for us to manifest. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. The doors are open.
All right. Hallelujah. Hats around the place.
Yeah.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we're having a whole lot of fun. But thank you so much for joining us. We're going to wrap on our Six-Figure Entrepreneur Show and tell you to look forward to future episodes and join us in this movement. So have a great day. Make a decision, and bye-bye, guys.
Bye.